Okay, so the resin-crete's absolutely fully cured now, and now I'm having a bit of a play to see how I might be able to decorate it. So I'm just using some of this acrylic paint to paint over the top. I wanted to make this more of a wintry kind of feel. So I'm just going to freeze it there because it wasn't too long after this I completely changed my mind. So let's skip ahead in the future when I decided it wasn't going to be a wintry piece and I had a change of heart to the colour. You know what? I've changed my mind. I'm going to make this red. I'm going to keep the gold but paint it red. I think that it's going to work better for the other accessories that I've got. Okay, so I've gone back to white in the center with the gold trim, and now I'm just going around the outside again, and this time I'm dabbing with one of these. Now I picked this one up from online on TEMU as well, and it's basically just a I think it's like for nails, and you can dab on colors and things like that. So you just press it into the bottom and that picks up some of the gold, which is on the tip, and then I'm just pouncing that onto the numbers this time. So we're going to have the gold numbers on the outside, which will look really good, I think. So I'm just going to go around and just pounce on these numbers now just to get the gold on there, and then I want to go through and seal this. So I've got some spray sealer, so I will go over the top and just spray seal everything once it's all dry, and then we can get to decorating the middle. I think I'm finally on the downhill run for completing this particular project. So let me tell you what I've been up to. I've given this a really nice coat of that gloss spray varnish. So it's really quite protected now. It's nice and shiny. And you could leave this just like a tray, but I'm thinking unless you're looking at it from side on, it's a bit boring. You need to have it up high, and you've got your star that obviously indicates your countdown, which I love. But I didn't want to keep it as a tray, and I did have some other molds, and I had this one here. It's just sort of like made of wooden one. You might have seen me testing this out in one of my other videos. So I'm just going to raise this and have it sort of sit inside here, and then I'm going to arrange some of these trees and this little house that I also made from resin-crete onto this particular tray with the words joy on there. And if I have this lifted a bit or raised a bit, it will mean that, well, you can take it out if you want to. I'm not going to make it permanent, but it also means that you'll be able to see something on top that's a little bit more decorative. So I've got these 3 foam balls. They're going to be a big part of this because that's what I'm going to put on the back here just to raise that up. So I'm just going to get my glue gun heated up again. I just had it on, so it might actually be okay. I might have a bit of glue in there still. Let's have a look. Yep. So these are like little feet. I'm just going to make like a little table. And these are going to be the feet. They're all the same size. And it's just going to raise that coaster up. Off the base of this. So it's not all the way down. There we go. So it is depressed a little bit, but it's not all the way down at the bottom. So things will sit inside here, and that'll make it a little bit easier to get to. So to this is where I'm going to start doing the decorating. So like I said, you can take that out. Oh, my little foam ball's fallen off. Let's get him glued back on again. Okay. And I'm thinking for this one, I've got these trees here. I might put the tree, then the red tree, a smaller tree in front. I've got the little house, and then I can have the words joy around the edge. So that's my plan. I used the same gold paint that I painted the tree just to flick onto the base of these ones. I'm not too worried about that white base. I'm not going to get too fussy now. It's been a little while mucking around with this. So the very first thing I'm going to do is get this golden tree down. So hang on, it's still heating up a bit. It's going to be a bit wonky. All right, so we might have to fix it up with the next tree. So the next tree will kind of hold it anyway, because it's almost like the stuff that you use you washing up, the scourer. All right, so I put some. This one has a base. It's going to make that a whole lot easier for me. If I squeeze that in with the other tree, it'll help to hold it up. There we go. That worked a treat. And we want this little tree in the front. Actually, the base looks like it's got a bit of snow in it. All right, so that's what it's looking like so far. So far, so good. Put this little house just off to the side like this. This little house mold is so cute. And I'm so glad that I've come up with an idea of how to use parts of it. I'm going to make a little village with it in a future video. So if you'd like to see that, make sure you subscribe and stick around. So I'll be sharing lots of different Christmassy things that I'm doing. Sorry, I'm just getting another glue stick off to the side, just in case I need that. Okay, I don't know, that looks good. And then I just need to create the joy and have that sort of standing, so you still be able to see the house and everything. It's just going to be on the edge here. So let's see how successful I am at actually getting these to stand up on the edge. So far, so good. Yeah, maybe that one at the front. And they can be I will offset them rather than have them all together. And lastly, the Y. There we go. That's looking pretty good. I'm really happy with that. And now I can place that inside my dish. And like I said, this doesn't have to be, oh, in it goes. It doesn't have to be permanent. You can use the tray for something else, or maybe even put something new in it next time. So there is my little advent, my little joy advent for Christmas, made from the resin-crete mold. So I'm really happy with that. If you've enjoyed watching this video, make sure you give me a like, subscribe to the channel to see more, and I will catch you in the next video. Until then, keep creating.